Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Tejeshwar.
Greetings from Collegedunia. I would like to inform our viewers that Dr. Nilesh Berad, sir, is the Director of Institute of Management, MET Bhujwal, Knowledge City. He has completed his PhD from University of Pune and has an experience of over 21 years. He has served as the ex-director of AIMS for the rest of Maharashtra as well. And we are truly privileged to have him on our leadership series, Thoughtful Leaders. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tejeshwar.
So, sir, as the director of the institute, can you throw some light on the genesis of the college?
MET is Mumbai Education Trust, that is MET, the M is Mumbai Educational Trust, is formed in 1994 and they have started their operations in Mumbai. Now, MET is one of the leading brand in management education in Mumbai. We are situated in besides to Lilavati in Bandra. And in 2006, management has decided to expand their horizon and they have expanded their horizon to Nasik. And Nasik MET is spread over across in 34 acres of lush green landscape with courses with like MBA management, then engineering, pharmacy, polytechnic, CDAC. In under management 2006, we have started functioning in management. And in management right now, we have got MBA, PhD center is there. We are the approved PhD center for Pune University. And this year, we are also launching another graduation course that is known as BOC, that is Bachelor of Vocational Training. And with that respect, we are launching the two specialization. One is BFSI and the other one is Travel and Tourism.
That's really great to know, sir. Sir, amidst this lockdown, what are your plans for the upcoming batch in terms of classes and induction?
Being as you introduced me and during my introduction, probably I would just like to tell your viewers that maximum of our faculties are from the industry background. For myself, I have been worked with the pharma industry as a brand manager. As we are working in the industry, I am already a proactive person in nature. So, in 16th of March, government has announced the lockdown. Students are not allowed to come to the campus. So, it took us hardly one day, and 18th March onwards, we went on the online platform. My all faculties are very well versed with the same. Equally, my students are also well versed with all the technologies. And we immediately came out on the online system and we have started conducting the system. Now here in MET, we are using specific pedagogies, and because of those pedagogies, I am proud to say that before the lockdown, we have completed our 85% syllabus for the first year and 100%, I again underline 100% syllabus of the second year. Now whatever the 15% syllabus was remaining for the MBA first year, that we have covered while when we were having our through online system and all. And remaining 50% we are covered with online portals. So with this respect, we are quite prepared ourselves with all these systems. We are using different platforms. We have got our individual internal LMS, that is Learning Management System, which is known as Moodles. Those all three Moodles are being properly activated by one of my faculty, Mr. Upendra, and he has developed it very well that a student who is going to sit in any corner of the world is able to see whatever is going on in the college. Their all study material is made accessible to them. They can attend the interviews, they can attend the classes through all these systems. So we are quite prepared, and for the next year batch, it was expected that COVID may get over by end of July, but probably it is not finding so. So as we know that discipline is the only one of the way by which we can keep COVID away. So with that respect, we are going to have some focus certain kind of specific workout patterns in MET. Now for MET Institute of Management, we are going to cover maximum. We are planned everything in such a manner that we want to cover 80% syllabus on the campus, because although digital system and everything is there, but still there are certain lacunas of digital system. As you know that I have told you that we have started with this system. I have given one project to our students. One of HR faculty, Dr. Jyoti, she has given a project to students to find out the impact of online system, and it has found that 50% students are satisfied, 50% not. And recently, even IIT conducted one survey to find out the student satisfaction index, and they have found out that more than 65% students are not satisfied because main link interaction is missing. When you are in the class, interaction is there. Because of one person, others are able to listen and all. So with that respect, we have planned that at least 75 to 80% of the syllabus we want to cover on the campus. For that, proper precaution. Earlier, there was a classes of 60 students each. Now we want to divide those classes into 30 students each. And we will be conducting the classes. Hardly 20% to 25% syllabus we are planning to cover on the online system. Otherwise, we are completely prepared. Our campus is safe. We are sanitized everything, and we are also making our students disciplined to follow all those things.
That's really great to know, sir. Sir, what are the parameters or criteria parents and students should think before taking admission in any MBA college?
This is a very nice question, because the question is what parameters they have to choose. And for student, the single parameter which they are coming across, whoever is approaching to us, the first question is, so what is the placement and what is the highest placement your student have got? Of course, it is the outcome and it is much required to us. But what I will say that if placement is Z, then you have to write first of all A to Y. And A to Y makes you to write Z. That is, to get the placement, you must have a better academic institute. What kind of faculties are there? So you have asked that, okay, you can check it out, what kind of placements are there. But how you have reached to that placement? The first and foremost important thing which comes is faculty. What type of faculties are there? And how many years long those faculties are being associated with the institute? Because if the faculty is going to associate with the institute for a pretty long time, that means they have got their proven track record, because nobody want to keep any Tom, Dick, Harry over there. And first of all, faculties is one aspect. Then what kind of value additional inputs institute is going apart from the academics? Likewise, in our case, we have got their student induction program is itself packed of 10 days. We have started on day first. We are asking or inviting many of the industrial people, senior industrial people like VP HR, VP Marketing, GM and all. Why we are calling them? It's just because we want to make the students' expectation management. Now, what happens the student whenever he is taking the admission to MBA, his first impression is that once I am going to be the MBA, I am going to be the manager, I am going to sit for such a lavish cabin, and then I will be doing a lot of stuff like I will make strategy, I will do the financial analysis, I will manage the HR and all. But fact is not that. Fact is, these all people, they are making them aware that you have to start it from scratch. Unless until you are not knowing what customer is looking for, I can't make a sound strategy. Because in that case, I am going to make a strategy of hallucination, that the thing which is not there in text. So there they are mentioning everything that you have to make a successful career. You should start from the basics. Day second, all the traits required to leadership, proactive thinking, critical thinking, out of box. So all those things we are conducting. So all those things is there. Third day, we are giving them the one aspect, that is task force, that we are making to do the ice breaking and all. We are making the group of 5 students and we are giving them certain projects. And students has to extensively work on this project, and few more faculty mentors are being assigned to them. Students are contacting their development. Then we are taking them outbound. Then there are plenty of activities are there lined throughout the calendar. Likewise, simulation. So probably what are things which we are doing, I will be proud to say that we may be among top, maybe among handful of the institute who are doing so much of the activities. So second aspect, which is apart from faculty retention, second aspect, what value additional inputs are there. Third one, what skill set you are sharpening for the students. How will you sharp those skill set? That is more important. Likewise, here in MET, We are conducting psychometric testing to know the student's status. Where does he stand? What are his personality factors? And depending on that, we are recommending them which specialization they have to choose. Now, what benefit they are going to get it from psychometric testing? They are knowing their inner trait. And that's why if I am planning to go for finance, being my girlfriend or boyfriend is going for finance, so I want to go for finance. Whether my acumen is not that much, but still I am going for that. Here, psychometric testing is giving me that, and then students are able to make the successful career out of it. Then we are also conducting simulation games, which is giving students a real business situation, of converting a loss-making business into the profitable. So all those things which we are doing. So this is what skill set we are sharing. Fourth important thing is don't go on any advertisement which is being played on the portal, internet, hoardings and all. Because I found that some of the institutes, they are saying that took admission with us, top 5 students, we will give them the laptops. So, okay, for initially you may get a laptop, but are they able to give you the knowledge how to run the laptop? That means you should be asking that these all are juggleries to get this good student, but actually things are not happening. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं कोई भी हीरा इससे तो निकल आता है, माइन से निकल आता है, लेकिन उसको शापन करने के लिए प्रॉपर कारीगर चाहिए रहता है, जोहरी चाहिए रहता है. तो वो जोहरी है कि नहीं? हीरा तो खान से निकल के आप गए, लेकिन जोहरी कहाँ है? ये सब चीजें. इसके लिए आपको सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है कि आप वहां के पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स या करंट स्टूडेंट के साथ बात करो. करंट स्टूडेंट्स, पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स आपको एक अच्छी आइडिया देंगे कि ये इंस्टीट्यूट में क्या है क्या नहीं. क्योंकि अगर आज आपको वो प्रॉमिस कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग आपको प्लेसमेंट अच्छी देंगे, तो देखो उन्होंने पहले बैचेस को प्लेसमेंट दी है क्या? अगर पहले बैचेस इफ दे हैव प्लेस्ड द अर्लियर स्टूडेंट्स, देन डेफिनेटली दे विल प्लेस इट. But what happened that many institutes, they are able to get, means one of their students might be able to get the placement on his own credit, and institute just want to promote, okay, this student has got this much of this much of this much of. But what about others? Likewise, we are asking for the MET's case. We have got a placement of rupees 12 lakh as a top placement, and almost 14 of my students have got a placement more and above 5.5 lakhs. And everything is visible. Students should go and ask all this. So these are the basic 5 principles which any faculty, any student or any parent has to take care of. And the most thing right now I am going to tell that whether the institutes are paying properly to the faculties or not. Why paying to the faculties? As we say, कि अगर लड़ाई पे जाना है तो पेट भरा होना चाहिए. So if the faculties are not satisfied, then how they are going to give the good output to you? So just find it out which kind of institutes are there who are able to give you this all facilities, and then only you select the institute.
Rightly said, sir. Sir, you spoke about post MBA students working from scratch. So what do you think is the scope of management education, in particular in context with COVID-19 situation?
COVID-19 situation has brought a big challenge. Now, as you know, many of the people who are there into the abroad, they are coming back. Many people, they have lost their jobs. So now these fresher students, they have to compete with all these experienced people. Now, if the conditions are not being improved, then these students, they have to compete with all these experience. So as you asked that what is the scope of management education? Definitely management education is going to have a scope for all time, because as long as businesses are there, as long as services are there, their management is required. Now here, how effectively you are able to manage, that is going to make a difference. And there, any institute plays a dominant and prominent role to make you qualify or eligible to have that kind of job. There are going to be the new fields are going to emerge. Now these new fields, how you are going to prepare them? Likewise, the fields like artificial intelligence, business analytics is going to be one of the big field. Now, how we are going to manage the data? So our management students, our two students, they are doing their projects into business analytics. One girl, she is doing her project into marketing analytics. The one girl, she is doing her project in HR analytics. So analytics is going to be the best. So all these new things are coming up. So student has to incorporate all these new changes. And for that, they require a proactive institute who is able to give them that kind of insights about how you can go ahead. Otherwise, just getting placements and coming out is not a big deal, because if you are going to miss, I'm just here, I want to quote one example of Mr. Azim Premji, which he has said long back, almost 6-7 years back, that every year India is churning out more than 3 lakh of MBA or management graduate, but out of hardly 10,000 are placeable. And why these 10,000 are only placeable? Because these students are there who have tried to develop their self. I'm not talking about IIMs and all. I am talking about tier 2 cities or tier 2 MBA institutes which have been associated with the different state university. So this is what the challenge is going to be there. But definitely the one who is going to sharpen his skills, the one who is able to get the admission in the right college, and the one on which he is able to sharpen his skill with the help of institute and their faculties will only able to survive. Otherwise, if you are going to take a survival is what? Meeting 2 times bread and butter, that is also one kind of survival, and that everyone does that.
Right. Rightly said, sir. Sir, how diverse is your current batch of students in terms of gender ratio, and what parameters you take to ensure there's no disparity among them?
Gender ratio, there is no problem for us, because almost it is 50-50% or sometimes 55-45% is equal. So gender issue, we are not facing any problem. Girls as well as boys, everyone is taking or trusting us equally. Even we are ensuring all these physically able students, they are also choosing us just because of all this. Because here there is no disparity. We are treating everyone equally. We are giving them the same insight which we are giving it to the others. There is no problem.
That's really great to know, sir. Sir, what are the practices followed by the college so that student is become like globally professional, like a good professional or globally competent?
So, Teshwar, here you have used the word globally. Right now, with post-COVID session, I would like to use the word locally. That is global and local, a mix. I want to make my students, they should act on locally also. At the same time, they should act on globally also. And I am very proud to say that our initial batches, 2006, 2007 students, where I am interacting with them, being I am associated with this institute pretty long time. So we have found our students, many students are there and they have made their mark on global level. They have worked on local level also. In 2007-8, you are knowing that time the lot of restriction was there and all students have worked locally. But being the institute has sharpened their skills, they have act globally also. Now, to many of our students, they are like I can tell you the names also of the students, Uday Murthy, then Karthik. These all students, they are working on globally. Now they came back to India and they are working on senior position of the different institutes. So working or making the students, here we are more focused on the holistic development of the students. As I told you that we are doing the 1 week induction program. That 1 week induction program is just to make the student familiar with the institute's opening. Now what are the one project where I mentioned that we are giving them one task force present. At the end of the induction program, when we are inviting their parents for their Ashwastha Samvad, that you are given your child's in the right hands, they are observing their students. Within 5 days, their students have started doing the presentation. They are coming to that, yes, they are able to do that. So these all things makes them more prone to all these business happenings. And here, as I told you that, being maximum of my faculties are from the industry. I myself, I am having near about 8 years experience of brand management in pharma market. So we are more focused on application oriented teaching. Because as you know, students are already having the books are available, and there are a lot many textbooks are available. Now students are not going for the reference book. Here we are making them a point that they should go through the reference book. Now here what is our focus is giving them the more on the live project. Live project students should go to the market. They should find it out. These projects are there. Then even equally to give them the social attachment, we are conducting the different CSR projects. Students who have adopted one village, their students are going there, doing their CSR activities over there. And likewise, we are more focused on their holistic development. So student who is coming out of MBA, MET need not to be only a manager, is to be a local social manager. That is what we are aiming for.
That's really great to know, sir. Sir, what are your expectations from the students who is going to be a part of MET family from this year onwards?
Great. Now, as I told you that if you are going to ask my pass out students, they will only say one thing. This in whatever they have communicated that I am just letting you know. My students says to their juniors only one thing. Dear, if you want to make a career, then come to MET. If you want to enjoy the college life, then don't. You can go somewhere else. Now here, why career? Because here I am not making any compromises on attendance and discipline. At the same time, we are not making any compromises on the inputs. Likewise, I am saying college life enjoyment. Yes, we do offer the college life enjoyment, but in limits and discipline. Now here, we are in MET, we have got our flagship program like Med Utsav, wherein almost more than 30 to 35,000 crowd of entire Nashik is witnessing that particular event. And to be on proudly, I am saying that the entire event is managed by MBA students. So they have got a very good outcome of all this event management. And the person who is handling, right now he is a faculty with me, Mr. Manav Agrawal. He is faculty with me. He is a pass out students of 2010 batch. He has managed that event and now he is managing that entire event with my juniors. So we have got excellent team. So here we have got Dr. Yogesh Gaikwad, who is available on different YouTube platforms for their research methodology knowledge. Then Dr. Atul Thombre, a person who has came from the industry, from production background and worked. Dr. Prasad Joshi is there, excellent in all other things. Then likewise Mr. Nilesh R is there, who is working on the different NLP techniques. So here not only we are making them aware about the businesses all other things, but even like NLP techniques and how you can keep your positive mindset and how you can attract the better and better opportunities. We have got Mr. Santosh Gaikwad, an exclusive person for the language lab, because as you know that we are getting the students from CET, all are coming from different vernacular background. So Mr. Santosh Gaikwad is taking them and he is giving them the insight for all subject related issues. Then we have got other faculty, Namrata Deshmukh. She is very good in your all other things like security analysis and portfolio management. So likewise, I have got a plenty of. Then we have got Mr. Vasudev Sawan, who is ex-VP of Mahindra and Mahindra and HR. He is conducting the psychometric testing. He has got many success stories on his credit. Likewise, in between, there was one challenge that started, I think, Blue Whale Challenge. Now, many students have started getting into that, but he has taken few students out of that, and those students are really successful in the market now. So likewise in MET, we are taking lot many activities, and we have never ever believed on short practices. Now, what short practices? You will find there are some institutes who are saying that XYZ magazine has given us this award. We are ranked in 49 or 50th number in the India. When you have got a number of institutes, that magazine, what is the standing of that magazine? Is it time? Students should go for NIRF ranking. Where does that stand? Because right now, by giving just certain amount, they can call you or invite you to a 5-star hotel and they will give them. We are not believing any of the short practice. As I told, my best thing is that my main brand ambassadors are my students. What they talk about me.
Rightly said, sir. Sir, at last, any suggestion or message to the students who are aspiring to join to your prestigious institute? How should they prepare so that they do not lag behind?
Students who want to come to the institute, of course, they have to appear for CET, CMAT, or CAT, as per the whatever the government schedules are there. And if they are really serious about their career, I'm saying that yes, you have to be serious, because whenever I'm interacting on an induction day, I'm intimating students on one thing: the 2 years of your MBA and 3 years of your first job. If you are going to remain stable for these 5 years, you have got a wonderful career ahead. But if these 2 years you have not invested in your learning, and first 3 years, don't switch the jobs, because students are more keen to switching the job. They are getting n number of high, they will just pass. They will get SY, they will pass. In that case, what is, they are not learning anything. If they are going to remain any company for initial first 3 years, they will learn a lot, and whatever is they are learning, that will pay them for their rest of life. Because this is a live example of mine. I have been there in my first company for almost 2.5 years. I learned and then I moved. So my till date, whatever in my 21 years career, how many companies initially I have changed is very, very negligible. That's why at a very younger age, I occupied this position. So don't run behind it. Initial first 5 years, 2 years of MBA in your learning, and 3 years of your first job is again in learning, will pay you handsome returns. And don't go for any shortcuts. There is no shortcut. There is hard work, need to be associated with smart work. Success is yours.
Rightly said, sir. There is no shortcut. Thank you for your time, sir. This interaction was really insightful. I hope viewers will learn a lot from it. Thank you once again for your time, sir.
Thank you, Tejeshwar, and thank you, Collegedunia, for the same. Thanks a lot.